You're listening to Myers-Briggs Question Corner with Edythe Richards.
The website truity.com recently published an article entitled How Your Personality Type Impacts Your Income. Similar articles have been published in the past based on data from researchers over the years. Inevitably, ESTJ and ENTJ types are at the top, and this most recent study is no different. Those who have preferences of extraversion, thinking, and judging have the advantage, according to data, in terms of earnings. Let's take a closer look at this. On the extraversion-introversion dichotomy, extroverted types are outwardly focused on the external world of people and things. Introverted types are inwardly focused and get their energy by reflecting on information, ideas, experiences, or concepts. The areas most associated with higher income include being expressive, meaning speaking up often and easily, being energetic and keeping busy, and being comfortable in the spotlight. All of these are extroverted qualities. Sensing and intuition. Sensing types receive information literally, see the details before the big picture, and are focused on present realities. Intuitive types are naturally attuned to future possibilities, see the big picture before the details, and tend to be insightful, focusing on what could be. This dichotomy doesn't initially appear to be correlated with income. However, people who have a conceptual style, meaning a preference to theoretical and tuning into big picture outlooks, may be related to positions with more responsibility and thus higher income. These traits are associated with intuitive types. Let's take a look at the thinking-feeling dichotomy. Thinking types base decisions on objective principles, logic, and justice before considering the impact on people. Feeling types base decisions first on the impact on people and then on objective facts. Thinking types clearly have the advantage for higher income over feeling types. Thinking types prefer a detached, rational style of making decisions as well as a comfort level with conflict. Interestingly, cooperating with others doesn't appear to affect income level at all. Finally, on the judging-perceiving dichotomy, judging types prefer a planned, organized lifestyle and tend to be decisive and in control. Perceivers prefer an unstructured, spontaneous approach and tend to be adaptable to the situation. Judging types' goal-setting tendencies and ambition appear to be the primary reason they out-earn their perceiving counterparts. Interestingly, judging types' tendencies to follow schedules and being organized seem to have no bearing on their income. Now, with this in mind, if you aren't an ESTJ or ENTJ type, are you doomed to make a low salary? Absolutely not. It is my belief as a type practitioner that you will be more likely to earn more money if your career and workplace are aligned with your Myers-Briggs preferences. Sure, you can play a game at work. For example, you can learn to speak up more and do what it takes to get comfortable with conflict. But if that's not your natural style, it's never going to feel completely natural. Research supports this. If your job is a good fit for your personality, you'll earn more money than people who aren't as well matched. To all of my listeners, please don't draw conclusions hastily from these studies that measure Myers-Briggs types and income. And please don't put too much stock in any correlation between personality types and money. Remember that you are a unique person with unique skills and challenges. Some people simply aren't driven by money, and that may or may not have anything to do with Myers-Briggs types. Why, you ask, do ENTJs and ESTJs earn more money? I believe it's for two reasons. First, ESTJs and ENTJs reflect the qualities that hold the most advantage in the labor market. They're structured, analytical, and rational, all of which are highly valued in today's workplaces. In contrast, INFP and ISFP types may be just as intelligent with just as many skills, but a laid-back, empathetic approach isn't as valued by as many of today's workplaces, which is very unfortunate, as these people have wonderful gifts and are just as hardworking. The second reason I believe ESTJ and ENTJ types earn more money is that personally, they are naturally inclined towards success and goal attainment more so than other types. And status, and yes, money, are more important to ESTJs and ENTJs than they are to some other Myers-Briggs types. Let's take a closer look at goal attainment, specifically for INFP types, that is, the Myers-Briggs type least likely to be found in today's corporate world. Many of the qualities that set INFP types apart are the very qualities that are considered liabilities in the modern workplace. Highly empathetic, imaginative, independent, work for the greater good, to name a few. However, in talking about goals, when an INFP type is working for something they believe in, they are unstoppable in achieving their goals. If INFPs seem uncommitted to a project or easily distracted, it's because that project doesn't hold a great deal of importance to them personally. It's more about the lack of motivation or passion that can lead to lower salaries for INFPs. Now, just because this is the case doesn't mean that the INFP won't succeed in a workplace that values charismatic go-getters. In fact, they are just as capable as their ENTJ and ESTJ counterparts. It's a matter of where the INFP chooses to direct his or her passions, and that's an individual choice for every INFP and every Myers-Briggs type. I'm going to close by saying that the recent article published on Truity.com indicated that more than any other factor, ambition is what drives income. No one Myers-Briggs type has more talent or ability than any other. If we're purely looking at the 16 Myers-Briggs types, some do have more of a drive to earn money and achieve goals that make money. One additional thing the article mentioned is change in earnings over time. Some personality types are motivated to hold on to money. These types often make more money over the long term. And some types are more risk takers, and for many of these people, high risks lead to high rewards. Two additional things the article didn't mention is, 1, variance with personality type. It's important to remember that there are individual differences in any Myers-Briggs type. One ESFJ's career or money journey isn't going to be the same as another's, and this includes reasons that have nothing to do with the Myers-Briggs type indicator. Second, job satisfaction. An earlier survey indicated that high salaries don't always equate to being satisfied at work. So no, money doesn't buy happiness, just in case you're wondering. The big takeaway for my listeners: ask yourself honestly what you want to do as a career and if you have the ambition to go out and do it. If so, that pot of gold just might be waiting for you at the end of the rainbow. If not, you can still go out and create the life that you want. When you work with your natural gifts, you'll find yourself happier and more energized with your life overall.
Thanks for listening to this episode. If you'd like to hear more, or you'd like to submit a question yourself, then you can find us at www.atopcareer.com. Until next time. MBTI and Myers-Briggs are registered trademarks of the MBTI Trust.